רדיו.
Welcome to Making Waves. Real stories, real leaders, and the forces shaping global shipping. I'm Maya Rubin, and today we're diving into the high-stakes world of global shipping operations with David Arbel, EVP and Chief Operations Officer at ZIM. From navigating storms to rerouting vessels during global crises, David leads the charge in an industry where reliability is everything. Let's jump in. David, first of all, thank you for coming here.
Good morning.
Brief personal background and your path to ZIM, and feel free to really entice us with some personal information.
Okay, my name is David Arbel. I'm the Chief Operation Officer of ZIM Integrated Shipping Services, one of the 12 global shipping companies on worldwide. Our turnover is about $8 billion, and we have more than 4,700 employees.
Wow.
I'm in charge in ZIM on the whole global operations, network, chartering, bunkering, ports and terminals, logistics, intermodal, which means land transportation, more or less on the whole core shipping business. Before I joined ZIM, I serve in various senior and technical positions with extended professional experience in shipbuilding, working in shipyards, ship management, operation, and procurement. I'm holding, from my education perspective, I'm holding BSc in engineering, graduated from the Israeli Institute of Technology, the Technion, MBA program in the Technion, and Master in Political Science from Haifa University.
Oh, nice, me too. Not in the Haifa. So what led you into global operations?
My whole life, I'm in the operation business.
Okay.
In my career, I was developed in senior position in the operation, logistics, and technical, as I mentioned. And this led me to enter in the shipping industry, which is very, very exciting.
We'll hear about that in few minutes, but I do want to ask you, how would you describe ZIM in just one sentence?
ZIM is, in one sentence, is very, very difficult, but how to say it, the whole industry is very romantic occupation. I mean, to be in the shipping, because it involves different cultures, global scale, very, very dynamic and unpredictable industry. And ZIM, how to say, ZIM is a very, very agile and very, very focused.
Okay. So let's dive in right to the pain questions. What are the biggest operational pain points you are constantly navigating right now as we speak?
The main pain points, by definition, in our industry, and especially in the operation business, is, of course, the schedule integrity. We are offering to the customers, we are selling schedule, we are sending timetable, we are sending time to market. So to maintain a weekly service committed to the schedule integrity is very, very difficult, not to say that we are working in a very volatile and unpredicted business environment. So it is very, very difficult, and it requires special skills and special people, and very, very to be disciplined, to plan ahead, to have always a kind of contingency plan, and to plan for disruption, because to maintain schedule integrity and to give the service to our customers, it requires to be very, very agile, very, very fast thinking, and with contingency plan, because things happen.
So when you say special people and special plan, What do you mean? That's what you mean? People that are agile, that know how to...
Exactly. One of our core values of ZIM is, of course, agility, which means we have to be very, very fast and very, very flexible. In our business, we have to trust our people and to lead them in a kind of, to inspire them to perform the best. They have to be in the detail, and it's a question of execution. We have to be very, very disciplined to follow our contingency plan and execute it for excellence.
So then what happens when, global shocks like conflict, weather, port delays? We have a lot of stuff.
Exactly. So my day-to-day is, of course, is a kind of a mixture of taking decision. From one end, I have to take strategical decision, and from the other end, I have to take real-time reviewing our vessels' performance, reviewing the status at ports, giving a kind of a solution to unpredictable and unnecessary interruptions, and this is more or less what we are doing. And having said that, it's a question of execution, and our operational teams and people are extremely important, and we are conducted a daily communication with our people on a global scale, making sure that everybody is aligned per ship, per port, and per unpredicted measures that we have to take.
Can you give us an example of something that happened, whether it's recently or throughout your career or throughout your journey in ZIM, something that you feel that you overcame something together with these values you're talking about, agility and execution and...
Yes, our industry, and sometimes especially ZIM, we are influenced by exogenical factors that we cannot manage and cannot control. The most popular example is what happened to us with the threat of the Houthis in Bab el-Mandeb Straits. One day we have to take a decision because our ships were under threat, and we have to take a decision to see what kind of measures we are going to take in order to maintain our weekly service, to serve our customers. So what we did, of course, we established a cross-category task force that modeled and simulate many rerouting scenario of the ships, and we find the right solution. We add additional capacity to compensate the bypassing of the Cape of Good Hope, and by being agile and very, very fast, we succeed to overcome it and to maintain our service to our customers. And this is a kind of example that the whole operation and the commercial people in ZIM had to team up together, working hand in hand.
And do you... I don't know if it's politically correct to ask or not, but I will ask anyways. Do you find that luck had something to do with it? Because, like you said, there's missiles from the Houthis. We don't know where they're going to land. We don't know what's the route. As prepared as you are, and you were, and I'm sure you were, things happen. So, would you add this also?
Let me comment to what you said. Luck. Luck is very, very important. Napoleon said, "Don't bring me clever generals, bring me lucky generals." So
he knows what he was talking about.
Exactly. So luck counts. But in our particular case, it's not a question of luck. It's a question how we are going to reroute our ships instead of going via Bab el-Mandeb to the Suez Canal. Once the passage is blocked by the threat of the Houthis, we took a decision to bypass and to go via Cape of Good Hope, bypassing Africa and coming back to the East Med via Gibraltar and the Mediterranean. So it's not a question of luck.
But they could have rerouted, no? The Houthis, for instance.
No, we bypass the problem. We bypass the Houthis threat by bypassing via the Cape of Good Hope. But the challenge was to adjust the capacity, to bring the right ships, and to maintain our weekly service to our customers.
Of course, that's the most important thing. How have tools like ZIMARK changed the way you manage cargo and operations?
ZIMARK is one of ZIM subsidiaries, and it's linked to our strategy. ZIM has a unique strategy. Imagine a kind of football, American football. The ball has its own shape. So the core business of the company is the shipping. It's in the middle, but we are investing a lot of money in many startups. One of them is ZIMARK. Those are, from one end, hedging our risk in case we will have difficulties in the shipping business. And from the other end, it's a kind of engine growth to the company. So this is a very unique strategy that ZIM adopted. As for ZIMARK, ZIMARK is going to change the logistics. It's a very unique technology in which you can identify inventories or data by printing it on a mark, and when you are scanning it from far away, you don't need proximity, you can scan it as long as your eyes see it, you can scan it, and once you are scanning it, it goes to the cloud, and then you receive on your smartphone a kind of a loading page with the data that was on the ZIMARK. Now imagine that every year, every business, let's take Israel as an example, has to do a kind of inventory count. So now you are coming with this ZIMARK, and everything has this ZIMARK on it, and you are going with a camera, and with one shot you are scanning everything, and imagine you see everything in your mobile. Or if you are sitting with your husband at home, and you are watching TV, and you see a kind of a cruise vessel that is running, and then you see small ZIMARK on the bottom right side, you are scanning it with your smartphone, and then you see a page on your smartphone, welcome to the cruise, you can now book. So this is something very, very unique, and we think this is the next generation, and it is going to influence all of our life. Not only the logistics.
Good. Sounds interesting. So I don't know if ZIMARK is the tech innovation you're personally most excited about, or do you have anything else that your tech innovation?
I'm very, very excited from ZIMARK, and this was a very good example that I shared with you. It's not only on the logistics, it's on many fields, and we can implement it. Imagine in supermarkets, in inventories, all over on containers. You can identify everything with very, very fast.
Okay, now we're going to the people behind the process. That's always the most interesting and important thing. I read here mentorship. You have mentorship programs in ZIM. Are you familiar with anything that happened in this?
ZIM, the company, is allocating a lot of attention to the people. At the end of the day, everybody has ships, everybody has containers, but what counts is the people. And the company is paying a lot of attention to the people, to the career of the people, and definitely we have many programs in ZIM in order to improve the managerial skills. We have training programs, we have many workshops, and definitely in very specific cases, we also have personal mentoring to give, of course, feedback and to accompany a manager to improve his managerial skills, his character, and definitely it's very, very important.
Did you get to be a mentor or mentored by someone?
I am in person, had the opportunity to be a mentor for several people in ZIM and in my previous duties. And I think it's very, very important. And not to say that today, many CEOs also not necessarily low-profile managers, have mentors.
Of course.
Because mentoring is a kind of a person that you trust him and you share with him things that you cannot share it with, on
course.
a day-to-day basis, and it definitely helps.
Every teacher has a teacher, and
Yes,
everyone.
we always study
Exactly.
and learning.
We're lucky if we're studying and learning.
Yes.
If not, we're less. So what makes a great seafarer, and what turns them into a great leader?
What makes a great seafarer is also always, first of all, curiosity and professionalism. The seafarer has to study because the knowledge that is needed to perform is huge. And generally, the seafarer is following orders and procedures. So he has to show curiosity, to understand the procedures and to follow it. But when we are talking on leaders has to anticipate in advance the problem, has to give the right communication and guidelines, not under pressure. And the most important things, they have to inspire their people to do the best in order to perform. So this is the difference. And we do hope that our crews and employees and managers in ZIM are as I defined it.
Yeah, I think so. If you see it, you make it, right?
Exactly, absolutely.
Any story about a crew member or officer, someone that you saw their journey and it inspired you and stayed with you, and you looked at it and you said, by the way, it could be your own story, your own journey. But if it's your own, you have to tell us why. And if it's someone else's, so tell us what inspired you and what stayed with you.
Yes, when I started my career as an engineer on board a ship, and we crossed an ocean, and we had a huge problem in the machinery. And when you are a young officer, you have many thoughts. Since there is only one engine in the ship, you are thinking, what is going to happen? We are in the middle of nowhere. Who is going to assist? Who is going? And then I was very, very impressed and very, very inspired when I saw the chief engineer of the ship.
What's his name? You don't remember? It was a long time ago.
I remember, but it doesn't matter.
We can say his name, okay.
I remember. He was very, very cool and very, very calm. And he gathers all the technician, and he gave the right guidelines. It was very, very complicated. And as a young officer, you didn't even imagine that such a work can be done at sea, because it required a lot of spare parts, a lot of skills of the technicians. And after several days, the crew succeeded to fix the problem, and the ship came back to business and to sail. And I was very, very impressed from the professionalism, the determination, and the inspiration that the message for me was everything can be done at sea.
Yeah. In the right manner.
In the right manner.
In the right manner. How would you describe ZIM's vision and strategy?
When you are asking me about the vision, my audience might think, what is a vision? So a vision is the future picture that you want to see your business or your company. And in this respect, ZIM is very, very special because our vision is innovative shipping dedicated to you. What does it mean, innovative? Innovative means that we cannot compete with everybody everywhere, and we have to bring something that is very, very unique.
Right.
So having said that, our competitors has bigger ships than us, has modern ships than us. So what kind of value we are going to bring in order to compete?
Okay.
So the innovative this is the issue. And having said that, I mentioned already that we are investing in many startups that are with synergy to our core business and are bringing us the added value. And when I'm telling you innovative means that the electronic bill of lading, ship forward, many digital things, easy to do business that we are differing ourselves from our customers. And in this respect, ZIM is leading.
Right.
So this is a very, very unique to ZIM. And this is a huge change, and everybody that sees ZIM, I mean, even on the roads, you see our containers are marked with ZIMARK. It's something that is very special, that each and every ZIM employee has it. It's kind of internal passion, ZIMARK, to succeed. And you see the colors, that the company is very, very young, with many, many colors, and very, very young spirit and dedication.
When did this shift happen?
You can see our containers with the Z factor. What does it mean, the Z factor? It means a kind of internal passion that every employee has, and everything is aligned. We are accumulating the wave that each and every employee is doing to a huge wave of ZIM. You can see the colors, very, very young spirit, and this is the new ZIM. So it happened. It started, the big move started as from, in 2017, our new CEO took the lead of ZIM, Mr. Eli Glickman. He was CEO of one of the biggest cellular company and the CEO of the Israel Electricity.
Right.
He came to ZIM, bring with him a new spirit that from the cellulars that succeed to change the mindset of ZIM, putting the customers in the centers, the colors, the spirits, the Z factor, everything has changed in the last years, and today we are running with a vision, with a very colorful values, easy to do business, and we are very, very customer-oriented and customer-focused.
You supported the appointment of ZIM's first female captain. Why was that moment significant for you?
It was very significant for me and very, very important for me, because first of all, it is representation. I think that our shipping, the industry, especially on board the vessels, are dominated by males. And to a point, Captain Shani, for the first time, it was, first of all, she's very, very talented.
When was that?
It was 3 years ago.
Okay.
She was she's very, very talented, excellent performance, and it was great opportunity for us to do a kind of such a step to empower women. It's not only gender, it's because she deserved and she performed excellent. And today in ZIM, we have 2 captains, 2 females captains. And we are, of course, we are looking forward to proceed. And lucky that we have those captains.
Nice. Well, I think we're going to get to meet them in the next episodes, or at least one of them, Shani. Looking at the next decade, what changes do you see coming to global shipping?
What I see that is coming is, of course, the decarbonization, the environment, less going to net zero emission. There is already a kind of a IMO program that by 2050, I don't know where we will be, but the target is to net zero emission. We are talking about greenhouse gases, to less pollute CO2, which is a part of course, the traditional fossil fuels. And definitely it is going to influence the industry. Not to say that the digital is entering very, very fast. And today the customers not necessarily care on what ship their container is coming. They're most excited to know exactly to receive the right service, easy to do business, and digital. And having said that, this is the future, and I think ZIM is leading in this respect.
Of course. Ships, LNG. Can you tell us something about that?
Yes, LNG is a part of the huge parade of the decarbonization. We took, 3 years ago, we took a strategic decision to go to LNG, and why? because we of course we are a part of the global shipping industry, and there are regulations that are going to enter into force to reduce the CO2 emission. LNG propulsion is not the ultimate solution, because still by using LNG, which is liquefied natural gas, there is still CO2 emission, but it is reduced by 25 to 28%.
Okay.
But in the interim stage, not the final solution, this is the best available solution. And we see we are already operating 28 LNG ships. This is the 4th year that we are running with them. This is the ultimate solution on a global scale.
Okay.
Definitely new technologies are about to enter, but still they are not mature. So this is a kind of a step that ZIM took. We took it knowing that the technology might change. So from the commercial perspective, we didn't own the ships yet, but we are chartering, long-term chartering, with a kind of purchase option in order to mitigate or to reduce the risk in case the technologies might change.
I understand. And they probably will. In one sentence, what's your golden rule when it comes to operations? But let's see if you can do it in one sentence.
Yes, the golden rule in operation, as I mentioned, always plan for disruption. Always something is going to happen. Always be in a kind of a contingency plan. Trust your people and inspire them to do the best.
That's nice. That's a nice one sentence. David, thank you. Do you have anything else to say? Would you like to share something else?
What I like to say, something about ZIM. ZIM is in the last years, in the last 3 to 4 years,
Right.
ZIM made a huge jump from running, operating 45 ships in 2020. Today, we are operating close to 150 vessels. The company jumped more than 3 times. Out of them, 15 pure car carriers and the rest are container ships. The company has the newest ships in the industry. More than 50% of the ships are brand new LNG vessels and very, very, very modern ships. The company is very, very strong in digital. As I mentioned, our strategy, of course, we are investing in many startups with synergy to the core business of ZIM. We are the pioneers in electronic bill of lading. We mentioned ZIMARK, and we ship forward, and we have many, many startups that support the core business and our growth engines.
And of course, the green,
Of course,
the green future.
Green,
Yes.
green future, ESG, and more or less, so finished.
So, David, thank you. Wait. Thank you. Thank you for taking us inside the control room of global shipping, where split-second decisions, like you said, and long-term strategy collide. Our listeners, you've been listening to Making Waves. Real stories, real leaders, and forces that shaping global shipping. If you enjoyed this episode, follow, rate, and share the podcast. It helps us reach more listeners and keep these stories coming. See you next time.
Radio.